but the size is more important than the finish. Right, the fanny's here on the other side, so I'll put the bar through on the same setting. This will be its second spring cut, and that should take it nicely onto the size. It's already been through twice on this setting, and it's still taking a very small amount. That's absolutely dead on. Right, we'll settle for that. Put a little chamfer on there and a little radius on the inside. Then I've got to machine this side. I'm not quite sure I want to do that for as far as gripping it goes. If I don't want to part it off and hold it by the threads, I might put some jaw protectors on the forward jaw. We'll wait and see. I'm sure we'll put a radius on the other, I think about it. Right, I've got to machine some threads in the end of there to make 3 nuts. So all I'll do, I'll machine the threads and I'll screw this into the end of there and finish machining that off, just using those threads to hold it. So I can part this off to just to its finished length and then finish machining that using the hexi bar to hold it. Measure twice, cut once as the saying goes. And we found that you haven't bored it deep enough. That is a cracking finish in there. Very near to size that now. One more cut in the same setting, see what that cleans it up like. Taking dust off, and it's taking something off. Okay, here we go. You know, much better if I put the lead screw in the gear, it'll probably drive a lot better instead of watching the bastard thing doing nothing. Okay, that's better. A bit of action now. Very little between this going in and not going in, or at least between it not going in and being this wobbly slack is what I do at once. So we know we've got some threads in there. We can screw this in, should bottom out, and I can machine the end of this up. Right, so that's running nice and true. Machine the end of that, screw it out, part the nuts off, and that's the job done. There's 1.9 to come off the length of it. Touch it off. Right, that's the length done. There's a little internal radius and there's a very short tape on the machine on there which we'll have to calculate. Right, I've measured the angle of that taper. I got it at 4 degrees. So I've set the compound slide at 4 degrees and we'll see if we can machine that little taper on. So that's basically that bit finished. It's just the nuts to do now. That's the same chamfer on the nut. So basically what I've done, I've put a mark on the tool post so I can put that tool back in the same place, because I've obviously got to move it now to put a parting tool in, which is going to have to be 90 degrees to the job. Is easily achieved by simply doing that. The nuts are 10mm thick and this parting tool is 3mm thick. Touch that on the edge of there. We go along for 13mm. Make it 13.5 and then we face it up when I come to machine it. The carriage is locked off. It's a little bit fast. It's not bad. Right, there's the first one. Right, that's the mark I put on the tool post. Once it goes into there, that gives me that angle. Right, that's the job done. Looking at this, I would say the air went in there, and there's a diaphragm in there. That must resonate and give it the noise it makes. Anyway, hopefully that'll do the job for them. Right, I've managed to get all this back together. I'm going to put some water in. We'll try it again so we can get it to run this time. I'm going to put hot water in, it just makes it quicker to come to the boil. You normally find with models like this that with the full boiler of water that the burner will run short of fuel before the boiler runs dry of water, because as we already know the boiler's soft soiled that and it'll just fall to bits with the heat. Right, there's water in the boiler's just over half full, 3/4 full, so that's good enough. I've got these little solid fuel tablets that you use on camping stoves. I used to use them on little camping stoves. Probably a lot safer than methylated spirits, but it does seem to have the same smell. I hope you don't. Oh, that's a light there. Burn with an almost invisible flame, the same as methylated spirits. Right, that goes into the firebox on 2 little runners like that. Clips into place. Just like the full size thing, there's several points that need oiling. There's a couple of oiling points on the crankshaft. A few drops of oil in there. There's a little oiling point here and that leads into the piston valve, which will lubricate the cylinder. Don't know if you can see the water boiling in the back of the side glass there. Right, we're starting to get signs of steam now, a little bit fizzling through the safety valve. I imagine that'll need a new glass in it. A new seat. Look at that. That's pleasant. It runs either way. It's got a gear drive down to the rear axle, just like the real thing. That's got quite a bit of power, that. Quite a splendid little thing. I whistle it'll work. Good for scalding yourself with. Got a few fizzers around these. I want some new fibre washers around these places where it's leaking, but it's basically it's working, it's not pouring water out the back of the boiler like it was. Once again, it's just time to say thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It does make a massive difference, and as always, a massive thanks for all the well wishes. Anyway, we'll see you next week.